YouTubers, this is Bob. Well, it's so good to be here with all of you. Today I'm going to do this video about setting my altar for Imbolc, or Candlemas, which is coming up on the 1st of February. I like to set my altar here at my fireplace because it's the Feast of Flames, it's the celebration of light and life, and so I think a fireplace is a great place to set up your altar. So I'm going to clear off my mantle here, and we'll start to get it ready. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my vases here. You guys have probably seen this in the background. This is one of my antique Chinese vases, and I just love Oriental porcelain. So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to have to clear off. So I'm going to take all this off here, and we'll just start and disassemble it. Okay? And what's that? Oh, Wedgwood tray. And each little piece we're just going to remove, and we'll start to get the place ready. The next thing you want to do is just get a cloth and just generally clean up here and make sure that the area is all fresh and new. And I just like to do a periodic cleansing here of my fireplace so that it looks all clean. So anyways, fortunately it's not too bad, but just a little dust in here never hurts. Hey YouTubers, now once you have everything cleaned and dusted, you can start to set up your altar. Now there's no one way to do this. Traditionally, a lot of the books say that in Imbolc the colors red and white are used, and to represent new life, solar energy, new beginnings. I tend to use red and green because for me the beginning of the fall, basically after the winter, is starting, and so we're starting to even now, as we go into February, see green life emerging. And so I'm going to put on my altar here red and green candles. Now you can also put down an altar cloth if you want. I usually have a cloth on this, so today I'm not going to add a cloth. But I'm going to start with red and green candles. And what you can also do is if you have a special saint or deity that you like, you can add them in as well. Now I'm using the traditional Saint Brigid of Ireland. Now there's some speculation as to whether she was a saint or a goddess, and many of the Celtic Wiccans will tell you that she's the great goddess Brigid, the mother goddess. And it certainly is interesting because if you look at the icon here, I'm going to come a little closer. Anyways, as I was saying, if you look at the icon here, you can see some interesting symbolism. Down here at the bottom of the icon, there's a bowl of fire. And Brigid was also known as a goddess, a fire goddess. And at her temple, there was always kept a bowl of fire burning. Now, up in her hand here, you'll see a beautiful, it's a cross-like symbol made of reeds. That's known as the Brigid's cross. And now, depending on who you ask, there are two different stories about that. Some will tell you that it's a Christian symbol that St. Brigid used to teach the pagans. And the pagans will tell you that it's a solar symbol. And actually, it does appear to have motion by its design, so it represents the wheel of the year. Anyways, no matter what you think about the icon or the imagery, I think a lot of people would find it's a wonderful image to use for Imbolc. Okay? So I'm going to put that next here on the altar. So we now also have Brigid. Now around the altar you can also add other symbols as you see fit. I like to add candles, a lot of different solar colored candles. I've got orange candles and yellow candles because these are like the sun, new life, fire. I also add green and brown because these are earth colors. And I put those on the altar. And I also add white candles as well because even though we're starting into the beginning of the fall, there's still snow and ice. And I use white candles as well to symbolize that. So this is, as you can see, we have the altar set. And anyways, a lot of you have been writing asking about books about learning to work with candles. And Candlemas is a great time to start that. I have a few books here that I highly recommend. One of the first ones is by Amber K. and Azrael Aaron K. and it's called Candlemas, the Feast of Flames, Brigid's Festival of Light and Life. This is an excellent book. I highly recommend it. I don't know if you guys can see it, so I'll come a little closer. But you can get that at Amazon.com, or if you live in an area that has a metaphysical bookstore, I encourage you to support your local retailers, okay? Now, we also have, for those of you who have more of a Christian slant and say, well, you know, I've got some letters for so well, I'm a Christian, can I do this? Of course you can. And you can tailor the rituals to fit your religion. This book is one of my oldies but goodies, The Magical Power of Saints. And, you know, I have still a lot of connections with the spirit world, particularly in the saints. So I like this book. So you might want to get The Magical Power of the Saints, and it's by Reverend Ray T. Marlborough. So check that out. And lastly but not least is The Magic Candle by Charmaine Day. Facts and Fundamentals of Ritual Candle Burning. And all of these books have wonderful rituals in them that will help you learn how to set an altar and different colored candles and what they mean and how they work. So I encourage all of you, you know, give it a try. What can it hurt?